This is the build up for my All Star remix for the song "Tear It Up." Did it in Logic, completely in Logic. No reason this time. Just used all the sounds that came with it. No external samples or anything. Just everything that came with Logic. Here you see at the top, same thing. Got the original version here, so I can get the tempo and line up the acapella right. And then sometimes here's the other two tracks I normally use for ad libs or samples or something I might put in to rebuild the chorus. Um, this is the first track right here. I'll let you hear. This was the analog snare that just came right out of Ultra Beat. And what I did was I layered two snares. And you see the snare pattern. I didn't just have it on the 2 and 4. I played around and had it a couple of different places. I see they do that a lot with sometimes some of the southern beats. So I tried it out. I usually don't do that, but this is my first time really messing with southern beats. So this was just a little shaker in the same kit, Ultra Beat. This is actually in the same snare bank as what I pulled the snares out of. I just put it on its own separate track so I could try and comp it and EQ it and stuff and limit it. I didn't even EQ this or the snare, but I did throw a compressor and some limiters on there. And then here is the analog drum. And then here is a bass that I use out of the ESP. It's a preset, just a dark tri bass. And this is what this sounds like. So right here, again, the reason why I put these up is just to try and look at the mixing and stuff like that. You'll see I'm already clipping with my kick. I put a limiter, compressor, and all that. I probably should bring it down in the mix, but I have a hard time doing that because I want the kicks to be loud. I want them to come through. So I gotta figure that out. I gotta do something else. So then I have this fat octave coming through. Let you hear that by itself. You see a little bit of the difference when I add the dark bass actually came in, I think, after I did the octave. I just copied the notes up into the tri bass to try and just add a little bit more like low end to the fat octave. So you can barely notice it, and that probably has something to do with how I'm mixing stuff, like to the mix into the compressor. That's something I'm gonna try and get away from. I picked that up out of a tutorial, mix into the compressor. They said sometimes it's a good idea, sometimes it's not. So I'm gonna get away from it to see, because like I said, you barely even notice the bass, the low end bass there. I mean, I notice it, but I don't know if it makes a difference. Then I went to the ES2, just played around with the different presets. There's a lot of different presets, you know. They got it all broke out into a bunch of different categories, and so I haven't really got into making my own synth sounds just because I'm still learning how about all the different synth sounds that are out there. So this is just Big Trance now. So, you know, it's kind of a weird sound, but I threw it in and tried to make it work. So this is the melody. compressed it. I didn't reverb really anything. Didn't put anything in no particular space. Just compressed things, limited them. Looked at the EQs of where the certain sounds were sitting. You know, tried to take out some of the really low end of the bass so it wouldn't rumble so hard. Try and maybe leave me some room for like some of the other sounds. This is the tri bass, the fat octave. And then when it gets into the regular part of the song, that's when I have it change up a little bit. You see, I drop some of the, so I dropped the big trans. I just use trans for the chorus, and then I have two different kind of synthesizers going for it. And that's just a preset in the ESX24, and then I just put a tape delay on it just so I kind of have like an echo effect on it or something. So there it is, and then I just pull in the vocals.
Too busy getting money, buying cars. Me and my first get wrong, man, this song got a pistol in the car.
And then here you'll see, I'll reset this. And then you'll see, you know, again, the same thing I always have. Got the channel EQ on there, but it's not really doing nothing. I don't have the low end rolled off or the high end rolled off or nothing. And then a compressor, and then a limiter. And you'll see I'm clipping.
It's about to feel I got them straps and I ain't spraying no, knock a mother out and then blame it on the litter. First, get wrong, man, this song got a pistol in the car that's about to feel I got them straps and I ain't spraying no, knock a mother out and then blame it on the litter. Squash what now? I ain't trying.
A lot of low end. It's just all my basses and stuff that go over to 0. So you'll see where I'm clipping at the vocals, even though I got the vocals cut down, -4.6, clipping at 2.9. And then my snares and my kicks, man, loud as hell. So I just got to start learning how to pull that stuff down, I guess. Anybody got any suggestions? I guess I need to get away from this, the mixing to the compressor and taking the limiter off of there. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to try something else because the stuff is sounding like pretty bad. So anybody who downloads it and remixes it, got any suggestions, man, hit me up. I'm just Fred. If you do a version of it, man, let me know. And again, support All Star if you like that Southern hip hop, man. He's a pretty dope artist. So hit it up, man. Download it. Let me know if you do something. Hit me up on the blog. Hit me up on the MySpace, whatever, man. Stay up.